Hello students, welcome to 7th Maths class. In our last session, we have started revision of chapter number 4, angles and types of angles. Today we are going to discuss remaining part of this chapter. So first is opposite rays. The opposite rays are those rays which are forming straight line when they are joined to each other at a single point. So here if you will see two rays AB and CB, they are joining at point B and they are forming a straight line. So they are opposite rays. These two rays are forming straight line. So they are opposite rays. But suppose these two rays, they are not opposite rays because they are not forming straight line. They are forming acute angle. So they are not opposite angles or opposite rays. So opposite rays can be defined as the two rays which have common origin. Their origin is common and they form straight line. If these two conditions are obeyed by two rays, then they are said to be opposite rays. Next concept is vertically opposite angles. The two angles are said to be vertically opposite angles if the arms of that angles are nothing but opposite rays. For example, RQ for this ray, SQ is opposite ray, and for TQ opposite ray is PQ. So this angle and this angle, they are said to be vertically opposite angles. Similarly, this angle and this angle, they are said to be vertically opposite angles because their arms are nothing but opposite rays. So vertically opposite angles can be defined as the angles which are formed by opposite rays are said to be vertically opposite angles. There is one property related to opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles measures are equal. So for this figure, if you will consider angle PQS, this angle, and angle RQT, this angle, these two angles are equal. Suppose this is 50 degree, then this is also 50 degree. Next is PQR, this angle, and SQT, this angle. They are also of equal measures. So vertically opposite angles are always of equal measure. This is the property of vertically opposite angles. Next type of angle is angles in linear pair. The angles which are adjacent and which are forming straight line are called angles in linear pair. So here if you will see angle PQR and angle RQS, these two angles are forming 180 degrees and straight line. So they are angles in linear pair. They are forming line, so they are angles in linear pair. These type of angles are always adjacent. They can't be drawn separately. So angles in linear pairs are those adjacent angles which are forming straight line. Straight line formation is must. Then only they can be said to be as angles in linear pair. As they are forming straight line, they are having, or their sum will be 180 degree. So angles in linear pair can be defined as angles which have common arm and whose other arms are forming straight line are said to be angles in linear pair. The angles in linear pair are always supplementary, means their addition is 180 degree. Next concept is interior angles of triangle. Every triangle has 3 angles at the interior of it. So here you can see angle A, angle B and angle C. These are the interior angles of triangle as they are at the inner side of this triangle. Angle A, angle B and angle C, their addition is always 180 degree because every triangle's addition of all angles is always 180 degree. So these are called interior angles of triangle. Next concept is the exterior angle of triangle. If any side of triangle is extended, that is forming one angle outside, that angle is called exterior angle of triangle. Exterior means outside. So this angle is present in the outer part of triangle. That's why the name is exterior angle of triangle. For example, see here, if suppose BC, this side of triangle is extended up to point D, then one angle is created here, ACD. So this angle is called exterior angle of triangle. Like that, if side AB is extended to point Q, the angle QBC, this angle is created. Like that, if side AC is extended up to point P, then angle PAB, this angle is created. This is called exterior angle of triangle. So every triangle has 6 exterior angles because suppose this side is extended like this, here also one angle will be created. If this is extended, then here also one angle will be created. If this is extended, then here also one angle will be created. In this way, total 6 exterior angles are present for every triangle. There is one property related to the exterior angles of triangle, and that property is the measure of exterior angle of triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. What is that we will see? What we said, the property says that the exterior angle of triangle is nothing but the sum of 2 remote interior angles. For example, consider this triangle. For this triangle, interior angles are P, Q and R. And exterior angle is this one, PRS. So if according to this statement, we can say PRS is equal to measure of angle PRS is equal to measure of angle P plus measure of angle Q. Remote interior angle means this is the exterior angle. So who is at the or which angles are away from this exterior angle, from the interior angles of triangle, they are said to be remote interior angles. So who are away from this external angle out of PQR? R is adjacent to PRS. So remaining two are P and Q. So these are said to be remote interior angles. So their addition is nothing but the measure of exterior angle. This is the property of exterior angle of triangle.